Television and listen to this wisdom from my gentlemen from the left and the right. Dallas 6.5-point favorites when they host in-state rival Houston on Sunday. Stephen A., Dallas go to 4-1.
I don't know if they'll cover, but I think they'll win the game. I can tell you that right now. I think that I still have questions about Houston's offense. I know their defense has shown up. I don't think it'll be a situation, however, where they're going to score points for the Houston Texans this week. I think that the Dallas Cowboys pull out this victory, Skip.
And I told you last week, I am finished picking Dallas week to week. I stand by what I said. The Cowboys will win the NFC East, but I'm not going to pick these games, and it scares me to death that the betting public is jumping on Dallas the way they're jumping off New England, because this spread has gone from 3.5 to 6.5. So you could be right about Dallas covering this spread.
Carolina 2.5-point favorites at home against Chicago on Sunday. Stephen A. Smith, Bears pull off upset over the Panthers.
I think they do. I don't have much faith in the Bears right now. I think they've been a model of inconsistency. However, considering the way they got shellacked against Green Bay, considering the troubles that Carolina has with that offense, with Cam Newton, with him not being healthy, with Kelvin Benjamin being pretty much his sole weapon, I don't think it's enough for Carolina to beat the Chicago Bears coming off of getting shellacked by the Green Bay Packers. I think Chicago steals this game.
Again, if Chicago wins, I don't think it's an upset because Carolina is just crumbling at this point. But I'm going to go with the home team here. I think Cam and Kuechly, who got called out by Ron Rivera this week, said they've got to be the two big stars and play like stars. I think they will. I think they'll pull it out 27-25.
All right, Stephen, I need you to help me with this one. Peyton is my fantasy quarterback. Denver 7.5-point favorites when they host undefeated Arizona on Sunday. So who wins?
Tough matchup. Arizona's no joke. I believe in them. But you can't convince me that Drew Stanton is going to outplay Peyton Manning. I just don't believe it. Obviously, Carson Palmer's out, getting examined with his spine and all of that stuff. We wish him the best. Defensively, I think Arizona is very, very impressive despite Dockett and Washington being out. But I think going up against Peyton Manning and that elite Denver offense, I definitely believe, even though they haven't been elite thus far, I still believe being on their home turf, Denver wins this game.
Stephen, I really wanted to pick the upset here, and I will publicly admit I do not have the guts with Drew Stanton at quarterback, although I think he's been very good. I think their defense will stand up to Peyton. 7.5 points is too many. I'm surprised by how big that spread is. I'll go Peyton 20-17 over Drew Stanton.
I like it. I like it, gentlemen. All right, San Francisco, 6-point favorites at home against Kansas City. Does Alex Smith and company get the upset on Sunday, Stephen A.?
No, they do not. This is not the New England Patriots defense. These are the San Francisco 49ers. Jamal Charles and Davis, they're not going to be able to run the football as effectively. Kelsey and Bo and these guys and Avery, they're not going to be able to have their way with this defense. I think it's going to be tight, but I think that San Francisco finds a way to pull it out, similar to what they did against Philadelphia.
Here's another one that I wanted to pick the upset, Stephen A., but Kansas City having to travel after that emotional Monday night. I'm going to go with San Francisco, but again, 7.5-point spread is too much. I'm going to go 20-17 home team in this one over Alex Smith.
Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith, you're so far away, but yet so close.